Welcome to episode 9 of season 3 of Surviving Nairobi. Kama kawaida, it's your boy Hafare, aka Mango King, aka Mickey Worthless, aka Barracuda Boris, aka Easy Breezy Beautiful Man, aka Stone Pitbull, aka Virgin Ablo, aka The Clam Hammer, aka Chief Operator, aka Patrolman Penis, aka Mr. 40% Ketamine. And for this season, it's your divorced uncle. Antenya amekubali tuende date. Tuna meet up next weekend. I think things are looking up for me. Narudi kuomoka. And as for the usual, niko na Ives.
Ivy gang, DJ Ivy. Honestly, sina anything ya kusema. Just Ivy, DJ Ivy. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And please listen to my
On
mixes.
Mixcloud.
On Mixcloud, yeah. Actually, I have... That's what I wanted to say. On my Mixcloud, I've been receiving feedback from people, which has been positive. But also, just because you enjoy my mixes, kama there's something you feel like, Ivy, you should have added this or you should have done this. I'm always open to criticism. Yeah, either positive or negative, because not just positive, to be honest. Because, you know, the thing is, when you're doing your thing and people are like cheering you on, there's some things that you're blind to because you're so excited that people are cheering you on, to the point of where you're not able to reach your full potential in one way or the other. Maybe as a podcaster, as a DJ, as a creative in general. So usiogope kuniambia, manze Ivy, I wish for this mix you'd have done this, or for in this topic in the podcast you should have said this or done that. I'm very welcoming to criticism, so feel free to reach out to me. But other than that, tuko na mrembo hapa, girl jam. Nataka kumintroduce ama atajiintroduce mwenyewe.
Peana jina zote kwa ID.
Majina. Actually, guy, please, all your names, because they're so beautiful, honestly.
Well, my name is Leona Ekina. On Twitter, I am You Love Leona, because you know you love Leona.
Wow.
Yeah, I am a fine artist. I'm a designer, and I am a digital content creator. So if there's any brands that want to work with me, I'm very, very much open to it.
What brand are you currently working with?
So I brought KC today. So Kenya Ken. Pineapple. So that I spread happiness to my people.
Of course.
Yeah.
Tujishangilie.
Nice.
Tujishangilia, yeah.
Of course.
Actually, as you can see, tulikuwa tunajishangilia kidogo prior the recording.
Of course.
So
na
one
mimi,
down,
being Mr. Maximum Value, I'm a big fan of KC Kenya Ken.
It's like the most Kenyan thing ever.
That's true.
If
No,
you
the
tell
thing is-
anybody KC, they know
what
KC
you mean.
TZ
Yeah.
wako na Konyagi, Juju wako na Waragi.
Waragi.
Kenya tuko na
we
Kenya
have KC.
Ken.
Kenya Ken.
Sawa.
Yeah.
Anybody who does not drink Kenya Ken is patriot. Let's just start there.
That is true.
That is true. Jamhuri de unafaa kaa chini na ukimba national. Usisimame. Don't stand up. We don't want you.
Uimbe kama umelala.
Imba hata usiimbe. The national anthem does not deserve your traitorous voice.
Because
Sawa.
you've betrayed the Kenyan economy.
That's
Exactly.
true, by the way.
Unakonyaje Konyagi na kuna KC kwa wines.
How?
Disgusting. Look
But-
at yourself in the eye and realize you're failing this nation.
Lakini hakuna kitu poa the most the symbol of unity ni kuhave KC, Waragi na Konyagi on
It's
one
like the
table.
East African
But-
thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Hiyo sasa
but
hatuwezi
do
argue.
Tanzanians do that?
Question. Do they?
I highly doubt it.
We'll do
But-
some research.
Sina nini, itabidi tuulize kina Rafa.
Itabidi tumuuliza kina- by the way, Arafa was on the show as well.
Yeah, listen to the Chai podcast by the.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Also, like leo tunakunywa responsibly, so you're not just pouring directly from
Yeah, you have to put it in like, this
A
is
shot
like
glass.
a 30 milliliter shot glass.
yeah.
So for you to drink responsibly, please just regulate your drinks. Yeah.
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 And as for now, ndaka tu kustate categorically na kunywa maji saizi.
Ha.
Na si maji ya
Pace your
uzima.
drinks with water.
Na si maji ya uzima. Yeah, exactly. Jipace na maji. This is water ya Nairobi City Council. Finest quality water.
Tap water.
It builds character.
Kamwana has paid people. Kamwana has poured money.
It builds character.
But seriously though, today we're gonna like really talk about the thing that what tunaipita kama an issue, but like it's really a big thing and it's so sensitive. Cyberbullying. I feel like every one of us, even you who's listening or watching, has experienced it in one way or the other, either directly or indirectly. Either you've been the one who's been bullied or you have been the bully. And for the bullies, really, like, are you that miserable to the point of you just project your insecurities on someone else because of who they are, what they do, or what they're good at. But Leona, sijui kama kuna story yako like
Well, we all know I have the Tito apartment story.
For those who don't know,
For those who
if you're
don't,
not on Twitter, if you just go search Tito Apartments, kuna picha fulani aliona amekunja sura like a Luya warrior ready to raid the Kisii. How can I put this? As in cows, as in and nazo home.
yeah.
As in nilionanga picha nikasema, oh Lord,
walai by that hiyo picha
this photo
hata stance yake like she was ready for war.
Ulikuwa
I was ready
unapigana.
to fight. So this whole story, now that we're talking about online bullying, it literally streamed from that, because at that time there's this girl that kept bullying me, especially about my looks, how I look like, the color of my skin, you know, because we all know. Okay, I don't know if we all know, but dark skinned people will get bullied a lot because dark skin is considered more masculine. So this girl kept picking at me on Twitter. Yeah, she kept bullying me, poking me. Then one time I was in campus in KU, and I used to live in Kahawa. So one of my friends, I'm hanging out with them, and he tells me, "Oh, why is this girl always bullying you?" And I know where she lives, so I'm asking him, where does she live? She's like, and is she Tito Apartments? And I'm thinking, I'm thinking it's just, if I just take one corner, I'm already there. So I saved that information for later. So this time this girl comes online and she's like, "Oh, you look like Wesley Snipes."
Wait, was it Wesley Snipes in Blade? Or Wesley Snipes in Demolition Man? Because
I hope it's in Blade, because in Blade he was badass. But you see now, I'm 20 years old. I'm trying to be pretty. I was a model. Why are you telling me I look like Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
that's not a
so
compliment.
disrespectful, to be honest.
So in my head, I'm telling myself, "Ude mananitukana," and I know where she lives. So I tweeted her and I told her, "I know where you live. If you want to fight me, because it looks like you want to fight me, you've been coming at me several times. So if you want us to fight,
put your dogs up.
Meet me outside your gates and we're going to fight."
Cash me outside. How about that? Hey, how about that?
I wanted to be caught
shit.
outside. Really. So I got there. I'm with my friend as backup because
Yeah.
a girl can't fight. Although I look like I can fight.
Woi.
I literally have never been in a fight.
For real?
Physical fight, that is.
Well, I've slapped someone once, but I felt so bad about it afterwards. So I'm generally I'm not a very violent person. So I went there and my friend was like, "How will people know that you're serious about this? So can you stand there so that we take a photo of you?" So she took a photo of me, and I literally did not know how this thing was going to become like such a big thing. And it became like, for a few years, it became like the face of,
Tito Apartment.
"Don't bully me online,
Yes.
because I will come for you."
You know that photo?
Yeah.
Every time, like every once in a while, your photo inasurfacingi.
Yeah.
That's
like once
true.
in every 4 years.
Yeah.
Unashtuka tu, "Ay, Leona, this is like 2011
The
Leona."
funniest
Leona.
thing I saw is that someone, they were talking about this whole football thing, and they're like, "Oh, when Man City is waiting for Sjuhu," and they put that logo on my shirt.
Guy.
I find it so funny.
Wow.
Okay, like Baka, my nini has jumped off. I have a question though about the same thing. Do you think like when people finally got that perspective of ati, "Hey, don't fight Leona because she'll come for you," do you think like that really helped with the bullying thing?
No, because still people will still want to just poke at you. And I realized, especially with Twitter, because I'm mostly active on Twitter, people always want to build a following or a fan base out of just being bullies. And then they will know that this person has the numbers, right?
Yeah.
So if I come at them and they respond, or if they want to fight me, it's going to create all this air. So as much as I can say, for a few years, maybe some people feared me.
Like to be
It
feared?
did not. It literally did not prevent people from coming at me at all. It did not.
I feel like, I think maybe you became a target. Because...
Well, I can say it significantly reduced.
Oh, it reduced.
A bit, but it did not stop.
It did not stop.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the people
Have
who
to
are like,
chase my heart.
"Oh,
Sorry.
this is Leona mwenye anatishia watu. Oh, if I take her down, I'll be so whatever popular
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Please, if you're watching at home on YouTube, please ignore Ivy akifanya sijui nini na nini huko nyuma. Your
Well,
heart ya con man. Wilkins Fadhili says
it makes her
hi.
look better, so I understand.
I'm
This
bullying
is
you.
bullying.
Of course. I've never been a bully in my life, sawa. Despite what you might hear in the streets, jai bully mtu.
That's bullying.
I
But
bully
that's
the
banter.
bullies. Sawa.
Yeah, that's banter.
That's
So yeah, like clearly online people, you see, it's so easy to talk about somebody online or to attack them because you're literally behind a keyboard. You're probably in your house.
Your
Nobody's
mama's
coming at
house, dog.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Do you know one
you,
of
or in
the
your bed sitter. Nobody will come at you because you're literally being a keyboard warrior.
somebody tweeted one day that their favorite thing about Twitter is they could be in their bed sit in pipeline na wapatie msako Karen kwa mansion stress.
That's true.
And that's such a weird thing to tweet. Like you're so happy that wewe kwa bed sitter yako kwanza mita yako inalia ti 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 ti
While you
hujanunua
tweet.
units.
Yeah, while you tweet.
While
That
you
time.
tweet umebuy bundles za like za 20
Free
bob.
500 MB.
Exactly. Hiyo 20 bob ya fisi hour ya usiku unatake hiyo 1 hour kutroll mse yako somewhere comfortable just to make them feel bad about who they are. Don't you have no shame? Hauna ethics?
Ni the same thing kwa nasema ni mtu tu mwenye ana project insecurities cause most of the time msi yako paipu anajua huu ni msi yako Karen ama ni msi yako whatever so anataka unafikiria uko na pesa I can still make you feel like shit, you know.
Yeah.
And like what is the reason, in the words of Cardi B, what was the reason?
What was the reason?
What was the reason? Like,
Shout out to Belcalis. She's a
Don't
queen
say that
among
name.
us.
Things will start levitating.
Oh, no.
Aza
Mimi ni mchawi-
Alamanza.
mi ni mchawi mkuu nililan toka mkisi fulani but that's neither here nor there.
But like for real, nonanga like most of the time trolls and like bullies, they're people who, when you look within deep down, they're really sad and they're battling a lot of shit. But which is okay for you to be sad and to be miserable. But the moment where you start projecting or like projecting that to other people and making them feel uncomfortable and making them question their self-esteem, then you're a horrible person.
Yeah.
You change from being a miserable person
To a bad
to being
person.
a horrible person. And personally, I'm not for that. Anyway, nobody is for that.
But do you realize that a lot of us are actually miserable at some point in our life? Like there's maybe things that are not working out.
Yeah, like
But-
misery is normal.
It's
but
normal,
you know
yeah.
the thing with
Okay,
misery
but
is
usi
the saying
project-
goes the misery loves company.
That
Some
is
of
true.
us we take our misery and we deal with it, sindio? We work through it. We tuna power through mpaka tunarudi back to normal. Some people they embrace the misery. It defines them. And because you can't be miserable alone, you can't be wewe kwa nyumba yako una eat shit and everybody around you anajibamba. You have to make other people miserable by that's by design. Unacheki? That's why so many people are out here doing so much fuck shit. And I make sense. Why are you so bad? Why are you so mean? Reason yako ya kuwa so angry ni nini? And no one ever knows. They're just there to do it. Like,
Should see a therapist.
yeah. People are out here trolling other people for fun.
For fun.
For fun, as in, you have no reason to troll
For
anybody.
retweets.
Mtu anatweet kitu fulani, your friend anamtroll. And that's the go signal. It's like, release the hounds. All of us are going to troll this person.
Avengers.
Assemble. Wow. This is Pata.
This is part and all that shit.
As in,
Sindio?
and like
Fungua soda
the
pole pole.
what? Kuna studio audience, guys. So
Of course, always kuna studio audience. Shout out to Val. Ebu oneshana t-shirt yako. Buy our merch, please. Buy our merch.
that's our legal counsel, Valerie.
That's our legal counsel, Valachi.
She's
She's always here with us. Buy our merchandise. Yeah. So as I was saying,
Actually want to know this.
exactly. So as I was saying, there are people who basically their entire existence ni kutroll watu wengine. They wake up in the morning, wanacheki who's being trolled on social media, and they go in. They don't know you. They don't know anything about you. They will spread false rumors about you. They will spread anything as long as upon your engagement. As long as people kick you with them kick in the fucking comments like some fucking rats. Are you Master
Never
Splinter?
had that sound in
I
real.
know, by the way, I don't know where it came from. I thought like it was a funny thing at first, and then it became a modern slang,
No,
whatever.
King.
It's like Are
Who
you
laughs like that apart from hyenas?
rats. And that's what these people are. Rat fucking bastards.
Rats laugh.
Okay, no, I mean rat like in the metaphorical sense. They are rats.
Rugrats.
So them wanakonga tu hapo hivyo wakingoja, they are there to stop the fires and to go and clap for themselves. And I hate that shit by the way. I really do, because so many people, especially did you see Nani Juzi Major talking at on, was it Jalango's show, akisema why he doesn't post,
Want his kids to be on social media?
why he doesn't post his kids on social media.
You know why?
It's protecting
I
them.
actually get it, because you
Hata
see,
mimi.
people bully even children.
Yeah.
Exactly, anyone.
You'll post a photo of your child and people will come and start telling you your child is ugly. Oh, you should
Looks
have
like a
aborted
potato.
this child.
Mi mtu akwambia ati mtoto wako anakaa mfupa, unashangaa, what the hell does that even mean? So
And yeah, I get why somebody would want to protect their children
Yeah.
from them, because you see, even posting on social media, it's literally immortalizing things.
yeah,
Unless
the
if you come
internet does not forget.
unless if you come and delete later.
Yeah, no, and you don't think we're deleting ni? There's something you talk screenshot.
Exactly.
Screen-
And even if you
Screenshots.
delete on your side, the server side that you delete, those images are still on the server side. No maana kuna ile story ya the internet ya the right to be forgotten. Liona saizi wewe, you could go outside ya sindio, onke chini, alafu something happens, like something very embarrassing. And then all the blogs pick it up. Oh, digital
Famous
content
Instagrammer.
creator, famous Instagrammer, famous Twitter user does this. And anytime somebody searches your name, 30 years from now, that will be the first hit, because search engine nakuanga na hiyo basis ya the most popular
The
search ndio inakuanga
algorithm,
the first one.
Let me tell you something funny in relation to this. Do you know the Tito Apartments photo? I deleted it, right?
And it's still there.
But if you go to Google right now and write Tito Apartments,
That's the first one that'll
that's
appear.
the first photo that
In hindsight, they should have paid you for that. That was free advertising
But
for them.
ningekuwa mwenye titu ningekupatia, ningekurushia maweng.
Hata unampatia nyumba.
Ubaya angesema wewe ndio wechi huko.
No, but that is like
Naambia,
bad
rent,
rep.
rent free for 6 months.
Rent free
Alafu
for 6
ajipange.
Useme if you come to apartments, no one will fuck with you. Liona kwa hapa kuslap anybody in the face.
Liona ni head of security Tito Apartments.
So
That would be great if I was actually strong.
But like for real
you're
though-
strong in the heart.
And the other aspect of nini bullying, ni ile part where it's not physical,
Yeah.
but people want to force their ideologies on you.
Yeah.
And the moment you don't agree with what the moment you don't agree with their opinions, you're dead to them. So you're wrong, and you're not worthy of anything good that comes your way.
The past week, have we not seen this?
Exactly.
So I would just like to categorically state fuck Stacy Kirui. Which you're happy, but fuck Stacy Kirui. I'm a fuck now so many people who
This is one of those people who use their ideologies to weaponize,
Yeah.
or they use their good ideologies to become abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think I told you this, like you hide behind the banner of progressivity
Yeah.
just to perpetuate your own evil, because at some point we exist within our own circles, sindio?
Most of the time.
Circle yetu, sindio?
Yeah.
Liona kuna circle yako, everybody exists in their own circle. You have your own circle of friends, sindio? And if your circle, especially in a marginalized community, you become stronger together
That's true.
because you only have each other.
Yeah.
So if one person, especially a person who is manipulative and in a position of power, and your circle, and as a manipulate all of you to become all of you for our own personal gain, in the case of Stacy Kirui. And that is something also we must, like, any part of online bullying. We have to talk about it, because
We do.
you can't come out here and tell people that you can't post on Twitter, on Instagram until they give you the say so.
Man.
That is such a weird thing to tell people. Ati ni mimi lazima ni vet your posts. Are you the
Who
government
are you,
of Kenya?
Jack?
Are you Jack?
Are you Jack?
You're barely Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, and that's exactly like what we've been saying. Like, you believe in something, then you decide that, because at the end of the days, humans are still humans. Whatever, even if I'm a pro feminist or pro LGBT or whatever, at the end of the day, people are just horrible. So there's people who will try to infiltrate these systems because they know, and I feel like these are the worst kind of bullies. They know that I will have this crowd that will back me up.
Exactly.
So now that I have this crowd that is backing me up because I believe in this thing, I can use this power to just bully people out of
And-
anything. So this thing of, oh, don't post on socials until I tell you. Oh, don't have sex with anyone until I tell you. That is,
Yo, that was weird.
That was so weird.
That
And,
was
like,
weird.
and also, like, genuinely, like, out of just concern na siko baya. Hafari hakuna vile mimi naweza kwambia usitweet na ati ukose kutweet.
Hey, mimi nakwambia
As who?
ujichape.
Sindio?
Mimi
As
nakwambia
who?
ujichape.
Like, also,
We are adults, really.
exactly. And you know, okay, I get the point where you're dealing with a very manipulative person. And just as you said, you know,
But
this
I
is
feel like
somebody who
I
had
think
understood
on
the power
them-
dynamics.
On them, it wasn't more of bullying. It was more about like
No, I was talking
the
about
story came out,
Stacy,
yeah.
not the
Yeah, no, not the others.
accountability team.
Yeah, not the accountability team, because them, regardless of how I feel about their whole process and how they came about it, they were trying to get their own form of justice, and that is
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah.
But I feel like wali approach in a very wrong way, because
Exactly.
if you were to tell me, mi mtu akuja niambia ati we are trying to hold you accountable, don't do this,
Nah.
mi taifanya alafu mtadu nini? If you can't do anything to me personally, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And what happened? Waliambiwa go fuck yourselves.
Exactly.
Basically.
But you know,
But
also,
anyway, the
I
accountability
get,
team walikuwa na their, like, I cannot say, I cannot
would
put them in
understand
fault or
them,
anything.
yeah.
as in they were trying,
They
because
were
you
trying.
know, we all know you can't go and report these cases to the police. They're not gonna do shit.
And
So they already-
especially
with
considering
LG
the
Yeah.
community.
The nature of
the
who they
nature
are.
of the group that they represent, you really just can't go to the police reporting these kind of stories. So they had that at the back of their minds. That is why they sought other avenues to sort the issue.
Really,
It's
like
just
Fulani.
that it was
There are
not the
people-
best.
The people who might be
way.
listening to this who are not even on Twitter. So
Should we like explain
We
the
should.
context?
We
yeah, we should explain
Since
the context.
it's already out there
it's
in the
already out there,
public,
and then it go public. So
and the
I
the
believe it.
accountability team
Yeah, I think we should.
are people who we actually
no,
we,
and
we,
the accountability team had been sharing statements
yeah,
that
statements from the beginning.
that people can keep sharing this
Yeah.
for awareness and
Ama mimi niseme.
sema tu.
So
Oh,
in the
you saw the whole thing from where it
Yeah.
started. Yeah.
in the, like, on Twitter, there's a very big and very vocal LGBTQIA community that we support, and there's one of the members is called Stacey Kirui, and it turns out that she has been extremely manipulative, lying to people about to solicit funds and favors, sending and requested like sexual favors and nudes and vituka hizo
And coercion.
and like she's been very manipulative on a psychological level.
Physical,
towards
mental, and
mental, all that
psychological.
stuff.
Yeah.
She basically, she's the spawn of Satan. Yeah, and your story ilitokea. A lot of people are silent about it over time, and one of our friends and even has been on the show. Suki was affected by it directly
Yeah.
by her lies. So after a while, when it all came out, there was somebody who, some of the members or the people who had been affected by her or who had been part of her web of lies, decided to form an accountability team, which is okay, by the way. You get your justice in the best way you think how,
Yeah.
and try to hold her accountable. But in the end, you do realize that you can't hold a con man accountable because they don't live by your rules.
They don't care.
The only reason that
Narcissist.
narcissism, yeah.
But
The
they're
only
such
reason
a
that
narcissist.
they're even in your group or even maintain your ideologies because it benefits them.
Exactly what
The
you were saying
moment-
before. Yeah.
The moment
people
it stops
use
benefiting
it.
them, they decide that this ideology is no longer something I want. So you might be thinking muna operate na somebody who's on the same wavelength as you, on the same thought process, that accountability is something that they would seek out. But in reality, they're grifters, they're con men. Once the con has been discovered, they move on to the next one. And I feel bad for everything that like everybody went through. And I hope everybody finds peace. And I really hope that this con man never has to, nobody else suffers at the hands of this con man. So yeah, it's fucks the Sikirui.
Oh, the
Yeah.
con man
She
is
is
Stacey
the
Kirui.
bully.
Yeah, con man is the Sikirui.
Actually,
she's
she's
the
the
bully.
bully.
She's the
Yeah.
bully, she's the manipulator. She's all these things. So, nani, like, people are out there knowing. By then, I hope him to litigious because we can go to court.
Bruh. The facts are out there.
The
We
No,
facts
don't
are
you
out
go to
see,
court.
we will say we've taken this from what we've seen on Twitter.
Online, yeah. This
Yeah.
all this information is
It's-
available
it's
on
available
Twitter.
on Twitter. This is what we're talking about.
Hashtag I stand with
Exactly.
Suki.
Yeah, it's okay. Plus, our legal counsel is here. That's what I
Tumepatiwa, yeah, tumepatiwa
Tumepatiwa the
go
green
ahead.
light.
I'd like
yeah.
to know if Ivy has ever experienced like
Bullying.
online bullying.
Manze, I have. And like I know it's kind of not easy to accept, or like someone might not believe it, because ukiangalia most women that are bullied are dark skinned women. Me, I'm not dark skinned. but sasa mimi I was bullied as a light skin cause unajua light
But
skins
also
hawananga
light skin
brains.
women
No, like,
wanakwanga bullied. Yeah, for
Eh,
that
si
thing of
waambiwa,
ati lack of
ati
brains.
hauna brains
hata
wewe
si
uko na
hivyo hata,
vibes tu.
like I feel like men will pick, like especially men, they will pick you apart at the one insecurity you have and pull at that thread until it affects you. So wajua,
But like being
even
light
the
skin
most
is not even
beautiful
an
woman on earth,
insecurity though. Is it?
No, it's because you see this whole thing. I feel like at the end of the day, whatever you are, there's somebody who will find something
yes,
to
That's
speak
true.
ndio mimi
at.
nakwambia,
That's
even
So, for
the most beautiful
example,
woman on
they
earth,
start
kuna
on
mtu
what you
anaambia
look
ukweli
like.
si
They're like,
mrembo.
okay, she's beautiful. I can't hit on that. What is she going to say? Una get?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it just comes with to like levels. For example, how dare you be smart and you're
And
supposed to be dumb?
exactly.
Or for me, how dare I have standards and I don't
And you're-
look like this kind of people? You see?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So it can't be at oh yeah. Oh, anyway, you're talking about your experience.
So my experience was on Twitter. When I first joined Twitter, and I remember when I had changed my Avi, that is the profile picture on Twitter, and someone just dared tell me that chekini you light skin anajiona sijui aje. Oh, mafisi mkuje, watu wakufap na mafisi mkuje, there's new content over here.
What the hell?
And I'm like, first of all, mafisi ni nini? Ni nani? I was not familiar with Twitter lingo yet. I had just joined. I was so young at the time. I was still a teenager when I joined Twitter. So I'm here. I'm just trying to interact with people. I'm trying to crack jokes. Like, I'm just trying to have a good time. Nimetoka Facebook. Najaribu kuventure into Twitter.
Kwa
And
Jack.
then, nimetoka kwa Mark, nimekam kwa Jack.
Okay, kwa Mark,
Unajua?
kwa Jack.
Na,
Mukuru kwa
unajua,
Zuckerberg.
isn't
You
it?
know that shit?
Eh,
Easy.
I've been on Twitter for too long.
Hata
so
mimi,
long,
as in,
eh.
tumekuwa sana.
When we were still calling Facebook Mukuru kwa
Mukuru kwa
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, yeah,
You know,
MKZ.
nikichekingi Westmall Twitter, join 2020, nasikia kutapika.
Manze.
Hata join 2018 is a
2018.
stretch.
It's a stretch. But there anything
Guy.
from 2017 kwenda hata 2016 sometimes.
We've been on
Wajua kuna
Twitter
Kama
for
si-
too long.
Wajua,
Yeah.
kama kujoin Twitter Kibaki akiwa president, I'm sorry.
Or
We operate
kama
in different time
if
zones.
it's not a new account, labda yako ilikuwa suspended.
Yeah.
But anyway, so mi nilikuwa natroliwa ati cause I'm light skin, so the guys were assuming, there are 3 particular guys walikuwa na assume I'm dumb because I'm light skin. And anytime I would try and tweet something funny, they'd be like, chekini mbona mademu ngangana na hata wakwangi wa funny. I'm like, as in, nata sikujui.
Paging Mamito.
I don't even follow you. So anyway, so I have experienced my fair share, but most of the bullying that I have experienced was when I was younger, when I was a kid, because I was a fat kid. So unajua the drill with fat kids inakuanga hard. Hata uwezi kula in peace manze. Unakula sausage moja unaambia cheki wewe anakula ya 10. Azi
Mimi nilikuwa fat
manze
kid.
umeshinda
Na nilikuwa nakula
umestab
hadi
hata
10.
hujakula breakfast your day.
Yeah.
Unamacheki umse manze, like there sometimes I remember when I was in class 3, was it class 3 or class 4, my mom alikuwa ameenda traditional wedding. Ilikuwa traditional wedding yake actually, and I was not kidogo but I was a pom. So tumeenda hapo tuko ocha nini, and then I was bending to serve some guy alikuwa amenituma food, so na bend na serve from the jiko ile outside. Manze mama fulani anakaa ananiongelesha kama mama wenzake. Unajua sisi wa mama tumeambia sisi tufanye nini? I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm a kid. I'm not even 10 yet. As in. So there are those things, alafu unasimama anakuambia, "Guy, wewe unakaa aje kama mama mwenzetu? Wewe unakula sana. Kwanza hiyo chakula ni ya nani unaweka?" Like those are the things. That's
You
the
can't
kind of
even be
bullying.
around
You
food.
can't even be around food, bruh. That's the kind of bullying I went through. And sometimes like right now it's funny, but at the time kwa guys, sasa hata hii chakula si yangu, nimetumwa.
Hey.
Ni yangu
I feel like
Maura.
the way you're saying it is so funny right now. I'm sure it wasn't at that time.
Like no, right now it's so funny, but at the
Nice.
time ilikuwa painful because I remember I didn't even want to eat and I was starving. I went and told my mom, and then I didn't want to spoil my mom's day because it's her traditional wedding.
Hey.
So I remember I had to talk to her after the night after.
Oh,
now
shit.
I'm like,
Hakuna kitu hapa ndani.
this and this happened. She's like, hebu tuende kwanza ukule. But now that's what I used to go through. But as an adult, yangu ya online ilikuwa tu hiyo ya kuwa light skin.
Me, I don't think nime experience online bullying because from the beginning, mi ni mse very like people who know me know. Mi ni mse extremely confrontational. like you start talking to me some type of way, me I'll talk back, and I'll tell you like, sawa, like if you're gonna talk to me like this, I'll talk to you like that, and if you have to take it somewhere else, we'll take it somewhere else.
Cash me outside.
Me nimsawa cash me outside from the beginning.
On site.
So I think a few people have tried kuniongelesha sideways, especially one of the most famous trolls on Twitter, sitasema jina. Mi nilimwambia, if I ever see you, I'll break your jaw, and then I'll go to jail and come back and break your jaw again. And I feel like after that, as in msa kunisumbua.
Electric chair.
Electric chair, si ndio? Niwawe tu minda kupiga, niende jail and rudi nikupige tena. Saa tufanye nini? And I feel like after that, people stopped disturbing me. So even from when I was a kid, my dad really reinforced me that nobody should fuck with me. Like, utakubali aje ushelio na watu, ati mtu akuja kubuli. And as in, I don't mean like I'm a bully. Me si bully, I understand everything, but I don't take kubuliwa kindly. I don't take somebody coming to impose their will on me rahisi sana. I wouldn't just roll over. Me, unless unipige kama mtoi ndo nikubali matokeo. Like, I have my own boundaries yenye lazima umaintain ama kutakuwa na issue.
And I feel like that thing that you said that your dad told you this, I feel like it's very important, like if you have children, to just teach them to be very secure. Because as much as you can be secure, I feel like a lot of bullies, they just come from a very, very insecure place.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you're a bully, just start reevaluating your life. Like, why am I always coming at people and not looking at you?
The worst thing is they're not going to reevaluate.
Yeah, they never will.
It's so hard. It's not an easy thing to
especially at our age.
Yourself.
Yeah.
You know, at our age, you're not growing up, you're growing old. Your behavior yako iko set in stone, and utakuwa takataka mpaka ile siku kufe.
Utachoose unless
you
choose,
unless you make the
and
mental
it's not
decision.
an easy thing.
It's
not,
hard.
yeah.
Because you have been conditioned to live a certain way that mtu akuja kushow, no, this is wrong. Unaambia, no, this isn't wrong. You are wrong.
Yeah.
The person who tells you otherwise. But you don't bully people, maze. As in, ukibully watu, you gain nothing. You're just a piece of shit.
But you see, at the end of the day is, of course, people are not going to evaluate themselves. People are not. So I think that for people who are like young, because a lot of people get bullied when they're young.
Yeah.
And especially now that with social media, you can be 13, go to social media
and bully a 50-year-old.
Yeah. Or you can be 13, you take your cute photo, you think you look cute, and then some 30-year-olds will come and tell you, oh, why did you post this?
Yeah.
And you look ugly.
You ungeacha kwa drafts.
Yeah.
You know how little kids wakona, their psyche is so fragile that just one negative comment especially watu yohana like positive reinforcement, one negative comment could like break their entire self-esteem, sindio?
Yeah.
Inaweza fanya wacheki life in a completely different narrative just because some 35-year-old mwenye anakunywa maji chafu anakula ugali na hata si managu, anakula ugali na cabbage.
Tap water.
Managu ni too good for them. Anakula
Managu is top tier.
Managu is top tier. Aye. If you don't like managu, please reevaluate your life choices. But that's another story for another day. Mtu anakula ugali na cabbage, hata na avocado. Nyo cabbage hata ni chumvi ilisha katikati, hata kupika vizuri. Hata ina kitunguu.
They're definitely going to be mad.
Exactly. So mtu kama huyo anakuja anaambia somebody who's 15, who's 16, mtoto wa high school, that you look bad. This is such inafaka with their mental, because they have to go back to high school pia. Something I realize, kids are mean.
Very mean.
Yeah.
So the kids in high school will say that unarudi home unaingia IG, some 30-year-old motherfucker who has never had an inkling of anything anahongelesha vibaya. You start to think that the whole world is against you, that you might have the problem, sindio? And it's nasi wewe, just that these people are fucking horrible. You remember when we were with episode 7 tukiwa Lonzi? I said, like, if everyone in the world ate the same thing and did the same exercises every day,
It still have
look different.
Different shapes.
That is true.
Yeah. So we are all different in our own ways. And because people, kuna watu wana gain a certain morbid enjoyment from just being mean on the internet, because the anonymity in our idea. You can wake up in the morning, create a fake Instagram account, sindio, and just go and say anything about anyone, regardless of, because you know your blowback aiko. And that affects people. We wanna get just your little bit of kicks. But it affect actual lives zoko nje. Sindio?
But there I also realized something. You see, on Twitter, people say things with their chest, right? The account might be their real name or not. That's another story. But I realized on Instagram, for example, if you go to comments and somebody is saying something negative about somebody, or they're just coming at them for no reason at all, when you go to their Instagram, you'll find it's private.
Yeah.
You see? Because they know they probably have something that you will pick at. So they come at you with this whole private thing. Oh, I don't want you to look at me because I'm judging you so harshly.
You're right.
And that's the same thing with, as much as a lot of people get bullied about how they look like, these people also get bullied about the work they put across.
Right.
So instead of someone...
Bullies will pick on literally
anything. And that's what
just
I
to
was
bring you
saying.
down.
Maybe they'll come to you, they'll be like, beautiful, can't pick on that. Talented, can't pick on that. Or whatever. So they'll just find that loophole.
That little thread they
Yeah.
can pull her that
Like,
will get at you.
Me
Because
and Ivy, we are artists.
Yeah.
I paint, she makes music. So you'll find, like, for example, I put out my work. Of course, I will take criticism. But if every time you're just like, oh, this is bad, this is horrible, you
Like,
get...
you know
yo.
that's part me. Somebody might say this is bad, this is horrible, but they have no idea what art is. Wanaongea because they can.
Yeah.
Or even if they say this is bad and
They
you
have no
ask
reason
them
why.
what particular thing
thing
is
is
it that
Exactly.
they have nothing to say, because they're just trying.
the
They're
Donald Trump
probably
defense.
wondering, why is this person so talented and I'm not?
When I eat shit.
Yeah.
So for me, before we finish out the episode, the main part, like when you're dealing with online bullies, what's the best thing to do? Because me nitawapatia my advice. Mimi kama nimekaa fare sawa. We've been doing this, Ivy, how long?
3 seasons in.
3 seasons in, sindio? I'll tell you what, if you do not like anybody's experience, post or whatever on Instagram,
Outputs, yeah.
Facebook, wherever you are, any on social media online, block Instagram, block Twitter,
block
block
our
WhatsApp,
Facebook,
block Facebook,
our WhatsApp.
block
Everywhere.
kila mahali. Do not even hesitate because
Save
your
yourself.
peace of mind is more important than anything else. Unaelewa hivyo? So hakuna mtu important, hata kama ni Kylie Jenner anafanya usikie vibaya, block.
Guy, umesema hivyo? Umemaliza?
Nimemaliza.
Umesema hivyo nikakumbuka. I was talking to a fellow DJ. Is it that? Okay, I was talking to someone. I can't remember who they are right now because the KC has started to hit. And they were telling me that they are comparing themselves too much. This is not a bullying issue. They're comparing themselves so much to akina Kardashians. Because wanaona, ai man, the Kardashian anamka lifestyle yake ni different. And then when it comes to you, man, you don't even have money for that airtime to buy bundles, and etc. So sometimes it's not even a bullying issue. Sometimes it's just like there are people who are making you feel like you're less of a person, or like your efforts are not enough, or the hustle that you're putting in, manze si enough, because you're like, Leona alianza kupaint 2 years ago. I'm not saying that's what she did, but this is it's an example. I'm like, Leona started painting 2 days ago, and right now her pieces are in the most decent art galleries.
All over the art galleries Nairobi.
In Nairobi, And maybe I've been painting since 10 years ago, and nobody knows my shit. And there's that comparison issue. Just block. Sometimes it'll save you.
Block.
And that's why I'm never usually mad when I find somebody has blocked me, because I'm like, if it's going to give you peace of mind, good for you. But like we said previously, is there's people who when they're bullying you, they're just trying to get at you, so that when you bully them, when you block them, they'll start posting on Twitter. Oh, this one, why did this one block?
Or your attention. Or your attention.
Because you see, when you block them, you've denied them access to you.
That's true.
Yeah, they cannot do anything.
Do not feed the trolls.
You see, you remember like Kitambo when you used to be told, which is a very disgusting narrative, by the way, come to think of it right now. Ati when you're a kid and then a boy anakuchokoza sana,
it means they like
ati
you.
they like you. Fuck that shit. So come on show.
Exactly.
As in,
Communication ni rahisi.
communication
But
is
then that happened a
rahisi.
lot when we were kids.
Yeah, mimi nakumbuka there's a time manze ati when unaona zile prayer za asubuhi before mwanze class in primary, a guy alisukuma kiti, mimi nikaanguka chini. Ati now that I'm supposed to get that he likes me. Fuck that shit. Write me a letter.
People
or
should
something.
just teach their kids better.
Mwenye alikwambia hivyo ni kumbafu.
Ni kumbafu. And then hiyo kitu imefollow into adulthood. Sometimes unapata guys they pick on you and alafu wanakuja kwa DM yako kamba lakini you're fine though. Umepost a fire picture on your Instagram stories, they're like lakini liona siku hizi umeweza, get out.
Get out. Because even those times when I used to like get bullied on Twitter, you'd meet somebody in real life and they'd be like, oh my god, you're actually pretty. Really?
Get the fuck out. Actually, the insult is in actually.
Yeah, that's why it is
as we close, I just want to remind people something.
Yeah.
That no one has the power in this world to make you feel bad about yourself unless you allow them to.
Yeah.
That's
no matter
true.
what anybody says about you, what they speak about, sir, if you believe that you are something and you believe in yourself, these words as mean to you. None of those words would ever cut. And I understand that sometimes in a fickle point.
Ni ngumu sometimes because watu wenye wanakuongelea vibaya ni familia yako.
Exactly, it could be that, but as long as you hold fast to the fact that the only person who defines you, who you are, is you.
Yeah.
You will always get through it. As long as not fucker.
Language.
No, me cuss as much as I want. Anyway.
Uzuri, this episode we cuss.
Yeah, we cuss a lot.
This podcast
we
rather.
Cuss a lot. So anyway, as long as you believe that, as you know that the only person who defines your self-worth ni wewe, regardless of what anybody says about you, none of it matters. You are the one who determines who you are, what you are, and the value you have.
Right.
So bullies are always there. Online bullies, offline, regardless. Watakuwa hapo. Hizi kitu mpya, they've been there since time immemorial.
Wako hapo juu ya character development.
Character development ni ya bangi na maji baridi.
Na luo men.
Yeah. So bullies, just regardless of who speaks about you how they want, as long as you know and you believe in yourself as a person, sawa, that you hold your own value hivi kwa mkono yako, you understand your value, none of it will affect you the way they want it. It can affect you, yes, but it'll never affect you the way the bullies want it, the way the trolls want it, the way these motherfuckers were all over the place.
Rats.
Rat bastards. Sawa. Master splinters out here.
Anyway, sawa. With that, we will get into the music from Exactly. Whatever that is, guy. That's so stupid. But
oh my god.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay. It's Kiki sounds now.
Yeah.
Kiki radio from Surviving Nairobi.
Wow.
Music break.
Wow. Mix. It's time for the music break.
Yeah.
So we are done with the music this week, and kama kawaida, we just want to finish with our usual segment. For everybody mwenye kwa episode, what are you grateful for? What are you happy about? What are you looking forward to? What's going on? Leona, because you as a guest, we shall give you the chance to be first.
What am I grateful for?
Right.
I feel like right now I'm just grateful for the fact that I have a creative spirit. It's what's been keeping me all this time, you know. Like the COVID thing has brought so many things. We lost our jobs and all. Yeah. So just the fact that we can keep going on and keep creating content, keep making art, that's just what I'm grateful for right now. Mm-hmm. The next one was?
No, like it can be anything. Like what you're looking for.
Yeah, like what's going on in your life right now?
What's going on?
Are you
the life of Leona Akina?
Well, I'm single.
You're single.
Wadau, please. I know there is somebody in Mombasa who willing to get DM.
Kuna bwana Ali mahali.
You know who I'm talking about? Tunaongea kando.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just looking forward to. Actually, this has been so much fun, you know.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for coming, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what you guys are creating more. I like that the fact that your content is so relatable.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot of people will know what's going on, what's up, and of course we are all surviving Nairobi one way or another.
Of course,
finally.
It's not easy.
By the way, she's the only guest who has acknowledged, like, who has used surviving Nairobi in the right context.
Okay, me I can't remember.
But no, for real, like nobody has ever said that we are all surviving Nairobi. Inakuanga sisi kusema hivyo.
Itabidi tukubali tu.
And I feel like it's even harder for those of us who were not staying in Nairobi originally.
Yes,
Yeah.
guy.
Msichana wa
Yes.
Busia.
Yeah.
Msichana wa Shamahoho.
Sama hoho.
All those Luhya places.
Oparanya ndo azinaona vutianga Oparanya. Watu wengine wakivotia Sonko. Your governor does not wear fancy weird clothes. I just like to point that
Wrong
out.
county, but
Hata mimi
okay.
wangu vangi by the. Hata mimi wangu vangi. I just like mimi ni kijana wa Kajiado.
Mi wa kaunti yetu nakwambia well dressed
Wait,
001.
hapa kuna mtu wa Nairobi?
Mi ni wa 001.
Nairobi. You don't count.
By the way, mliona By the way, seriously, mliona Joho alipatiwa award ya best dressed sijui
Nalimpatia award.
0
Nalitewa.
my governor.
Na who gave nalipana. Unajua award lazima ipewe na mtu.
Ilikuwa awards gani hizi zenye hata this Michelle Salami was awarded?
Just one of these social media awards.
Excuse
Obviously,
you.
he's going
No,
to be
it
voted
was
for.
no. Don't do that to my
Hatutaki
governor.
hiyo story.
Z.
Na tulitaka
My
nalipresent
governor
award.
has better style
Alimwambia,
than you,
my
Hafari.
dear, please.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Akona pesa tu. Mimi kwa pesa yake.
Well,
I'm
but
dressing
he
on the
actually
night.
looks good.
But he looks
Uhuru
good.
is
Like,
richer than him. Does he look
Thank
good?
you.
No, that's the thing.
Have
Mimi
you
kwa
seen,
pesa
like-
yake. Mimi nilikuwa na pesa yake.
Of course, we know you'd have like a whole sneaker collection.
no, like right now you're not a governor, but you're doing well sneaker wise. But like the whole look, umeona vile Joho anakaanga vizuri.
Have you not seen my sweater? Jesus
Someone
Christ.
commented on
I'm
it on Twitter,
disgusted.
by
They
the
actually
way.
did, yeah.
I'm disgusted.
Kuna kondoo fulani amekufa juu yako because of this, but ni sawa.
Is this real wool?
Of course it is.
This is fleece. This is
This is
like
fleece.
Yeah.
This is anti-vegan. Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know
it
what
is
This is
anti-vegan.
vegan. Mimi nakulanga nguruwe na fujo. I would just like to point that out, sawa? I want a vegan. In the words of Kapoken,
Nakwambia-
haujawahi ona nguruwe kivaa suti.
Anani ati Uhuru.
Is this what
Hafare-
we're grateful for right
No, no,
Hafare-
as in no.
Hafare alienda
I'm just-
Limuru akasema nipatie hawa waka watatu. Akachukua niko na
Of course.
sweta nataka kujenga.
Nilichukua 3 musketeers, Athos, Porthos, Aramis. And all of them were tasty. Sawa?
This is like the way you call yourself Virgin Abloh.
Exactly.
Relax,
exactly.
relax.
This is so dark,
No.
but
My
then-
AKAs are mine. Please respect them.
This is so
And
dark.
the agency that goes into it, sawa?
I had them today and I was like,
Manze.
what's going on?
Umesema what you are grateful for?
No man, but like I'm so grateful for the visibility as a DJ right now. More
Booked
people are
and
getting
busy.
like
I'm
that.
so happy for you about that.
As in that aside, as in I'm just so grateful. Like saizi nikienda event, kuna mtu ananijua either from the podcast na amekuja event or alinipata sijui kwa video either Alifresh. Shout out to Alifresh. He's my homie, my day one homie. He's the one who taught me how to DJ, and we were raised in the same estate as kids. So that is my homie for life. But like I'm so grateful like for the visibility like I mentioned, because easy more people are getting to familiarize with me, and it's such an honor, and I'm super grateful. And like I just hope like from hapa it's unajua kwenda
Moving
hakuna-
on.
Kaende. Katambe?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, other than that mi niko tu nimechill.
Me, first
Please
of all,
come for my shows.
Niko grateful for good health. The reason we didn't have an episode drop last week is because ile time tulifaa kurecord last Friday, nilikuwa as in
Under the weather.
under the weather, convalescing. Basically, kuna homa fulani ilikam through kanipiga kofi
Lakini
kaniambia, "Fuck
niggas
you."
na homa.
They act like
They
it's gonna
act like-
kill
Man,
them.
it's
This is
like-
why men cannot give birth.
Mimi si about giving birth, but mi nilikuwa hali maututi.
No, because your pain tolerance is so low.
It's so low.
Wait,
like,
Imagine if you
Sikia.
had periods every
Nikuulize, I have a
month.
question to ask you.
Amgekuwa
I have
mnaenda
a question
job.
to ask you. Umepata mwanaume amezaa?
of course not.
Of course
Exactly.
not.
Your
So
anatomy
I don't
doesn't
speak on
allow
it.
you.
But anyway,
No,
here's the thing.
as in
Scale
that's
it, scale it.
baseless.
No, ndio mimi nakwambia you can't
Like
speak on
homa
it.
is here, period pain is here,
But
kuzani huko.
But anyway, sikia, nilikuwa mgonjwa regardless, and I'm back.
but
Tuna
tunashukuru
operate
uko back.
back to normal. The content is coming out. That's the first thing we mnafanya nini? Relax. Hai. Sasa, that's the first thing. That's the first thing
perfect.
I am. Na sitoi kitu kwa episode by the way. So, that's the first thing I am grateful for. The second thing I'm grateful for the fans.
Yeah.
I think there was a time you had a show you had left. And then we met a fan. Shout out to Gitch 99. Alinipata kwa club na akanipiga mzinga. Aliniambia basically kumbafu kuja hapa. Wewe
That
unanichochanga.
is the best kind of
Shika
fun.
mzinga.
Yes.
So, I want to shout out the fans who listen. Akina Tatenda, Martha in the US, Greg aka Sauce, Akina Blacka, everybody who listens to the show from the beginning to the end was somebody to support from day one. I'm so glad to have you guys, maze. Mkiniona kwa street by the way, mnigote.
On that
I'm a
note,
friendly person.
On that note, with Gitch, I want to also thank him very much. He's been very instrumental. There's something I tweeted saying that I need this for my craft. Omse akaniuliza hiyo kitu ni how much. Nikamwambia akanitumia do. As in such supportive people. At the time,
Season 4 Gitch ka ukuje by the tutakuwa very aggrieved.
To be honest, I've never met Gitch in person.
He was at your show.
I remember, but then I left earlier.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of support and I'm saying it's so humbling, manze, and shout out to you.
We appreciate every single person
really
who listens.
Appreciate you.
For everybody who talks to us, tells us like we remind them of for guys in the diaspora, for guys here, for everybody who supports us from day one. Mpaka saizi, the people who are listening now for the first time, so for everybody who comes in through this person, that person, and from everybody who was there from episode 0, tunawapenda wote the same exact way.
Thank you so much.
Without you guys, hatungekuwa season 3. Hatukuwa tunapanga some extra shit na hivi tunapanga hapa. We got some shit coming for you.
Kwanza mimi aki hata useme juu watu wamesikia kichocha vitu zangu sana.
Hapana, mimi sema kitu kingine tena. We got some shit coming.
Like, you know, you're always telling people about my extra series.
No, extra is coming and your extra is going to be good.
I know, but like
no, time the issue. See execution.
To be honest, time
the issue. Because uko booked and busy. Ambia watu hivyo.
We love to see it.
Hivi kesho uko wapi?
Kesho niko Spaso Lounge. Okay,
every Saturday?
We are recording on a Friday today, so tomorrow is a Saturday. I'll be at Spaso Lounge.
Is it every Saturday, Ama?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
Follow hivi on socials ukitakumona akiplay. Bwana Jaden alicheza kama ya kufunga mabaesa. Hivi kan
thank you Mr. Kamwana.
Si ndio? Leo kuvata shati zake, ilivaa shati ya kawaida. Alikuwa na kama baba yangu.
Alikuwa neutral.
Was disgusted. But tumeongea sana by the way.
Focus on the important things.
And AKC leo na umetufanyia nini?
Other than that, don't do drugs. Thank you for coming to our extensive TED Talk.
Drink responsibly.
Drink
responsibly. Drink KC.
Drink KC.
Yes.
Responsibly. Just take shots.
Don't drink and drive. Don't cheat on your girl, sawa?
Chase and drink water in between.
Don't cheat on your girl.
Responsible drinking.
Unless she consents to that.
Yeah, that's
that won't be cheating if she consents.
Anyway, so guys, see you on the next one. Tunamaliza season next episode.